Hey guys, I know it's been a while since I uploaded any video on this channel, but hopefully this time I can be more consistent with it. So what you are seeing right now is a recent design sketch I did for my Instagram account known as Pentest. You know, the guy who does form over function sketches a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. So why do I do this kind of sketches in the first place? Well, so this is more like a comfort zone for me, where I basically have to use my current skill level and visual library and come up with the most natural ways of design which my brain chooses. It's very much like being on autopilot mode. You don't learn anything new during these sketches. The only thing you learn is how to apply your current skill level of visual library the most efficient way, and it slowly builds up your own style of adding details and shapes. Maybe this is what builds intuition, huh? So from today, I decided to start adding some voiceovers on top of my time lapse. I will mostly talk about things either related to art or life. I feel like these two are the only things which are quite important for us artists for survival. Not that I have a life outside from art in the first place. Also, another reason why I wanted to add voiceover was, so recently I've been getting into journaling ideas, emotions, etc. And with this method I can journal while making it public, so others can maybe relate to things I'm going through, or have something at least to relate to, because I feel like we are all very similar regarding art skills. We all strive to be better as artists as well as be a better person. And I feel like voiceover journaling is pretty cool. Not only because you have your feelings explained to others, but at the same time, you're getting feedback from others on certain ideas or actions, or even emotions. But this can be quite tricky because, as we know, internet is filled with some strange people, so you never know the type of comments you will get on your opinions. But what I want from myself is to look back at these videos in 2-3 years and smile at them. Oh boy, look how far you came from all these struggling years. You have been trying so hard to achieve what you wanted to achieve. It's very similar to those YouTube videos where people record themselves when they were 14, 15 and rewatch it when they get older. YouTube really is like a time capsule, and I think it's a cool idea to give it a shot while also getting views and turning this into a business. I feel like it's killing 3 birds with 1 stone. I feel like the current stage I am in right now is very similar to what I was at age 16. A kid filled with passion and big dreams but no certainty of what's going to happen. But you know, I feel like having that uncertainty is kind of fun. But only when you're putting in the efforts. Otherwise, you will spend all your time just worrying, oh, what's gonna happen if I fail? I mean, it's not a bad thought to have, but thinking of such thoughts too much can just manifest it and make it a reality. If you ask, so how do we not get those thoughts? It's a very normal question to have, and I feel like there is a way. Just keep putting in the work every single day in the present. When you do so, it gives you a confidence that, hey, maybe I'm not doing so bad after all. Things will happen. Even if I don't reach the stars, I will land somewhere better. Because you are a star, remember that. I think this is very similar to building a good physique. If we only stressed about, oh, how much should we eat? Oh, should I do this exercise or not? If you just keep thinking and not put in the work, it's probably never gonna happen that you will have a good physique. My point is that thoughts itself aren't positive or negative, I feel. It's your action that determines whether those thoughts will turn positive or negative. You make it. This is why I kind of like the quote from Gautam Buddha, we are what we think. But you know, the funniest part is, even after understanding all that, we still do the same mistakes. We still get lazy sometimes and end up procrastinating on our goals. I do this myself, so I'm not just blaming you. I can be very lazy sometimes. Another reason why I do this voiceover is so in future when I'm laying on my sofa thinking, let's check how I used to think in my old videos. And boom, it's me telling me that get back to work, you lazy bum. But it's all a part of the journey, so let's not just stress about it so much. At least we should be conscious enough to put in the right work when needed. Also, the current state of our art industry is quite strange. Highly skilled people getting laid off, people not getting jobs, etc. I myself, I don't have any work from almost 5.5 months now. By the way, I work as a freelance concept artist, just so you know, for viewers who are not concept artists or who don't watch my videos. I had savings, so I wasn't super worried about it, but a big but. Let me tell you that. Soon I'm planning to change countries. I'll tell you more about the country later on when I finally settle down there. But for me, this is going to be a very big risk, but I feel like I won't lose much even if I take this risk. The only thing I will lose is money. Let me explain a bit about the situation so you can get an idea. So I'm currently 23 years old. I lived with my parents all my life, never went to college. The highest education was high school for me, and even after that I just decided to grind hard myself all alone from age 16 to 19. Then I got a professional concept art job at age 19, and even at that job I moved there to the city with my mom because obviously she was worried, You know how moms are, overly protective and loving. So I never actually had the experience to live alone. Plus back then, I didn't had savings. Also my parents depends on me. So as a responsible kid, I can't be silly with my money, which also adds the risk higher. So here is me at age 23, with decent savings, a guy who never lived alone, a guy who pretty much lived under a rock from age 16 to 23, never socialized much with people, spent all my time either doing art or playing video games with friends. I do have friends, many actually, but most are online. My real friends mostly moved to other states due to college or work, so with time you kind of grow apart, I feel. I still do talk to them sometimes and meet them when they are in my state. And with time, I kind of realized that online friendship aren't really the same. Sure, when you are talking to them, it feels great, but being around a person, talking to them, having eye contact, even just existing near someone who you care about, is much more meaningful than having 1,000 friends online who would not show up when you need them. Not because they don't want to, mostly because of time zones restrictions or things like life getting in the way. I think this completely changes when you actually meet your online friends though. So yeah, that is completely different topic. Anyway, getting back to the topic, I decided to switch countries because of few reasons. I was becoming too comfortable with myself. This place for me was becoming a comfort zone. Having a decent savings in the bank was not letting me work harder because I already knew things will be okay. You might ask, why is this bad? This sounds good, right? Well, yes, it is good, but I don't feel like I am anywhere near my potential. I feel like I have more talent which can be polished and might even shine brighter than what I am today. I have very high expectation for myself because I was able to live up to my older expectations, which creates this trust in my abilities, and I don't want to break this trust. Also, I am at this age where I can still fail. If I was, let's say, 38 or 40 years old right now, I don't think I would be taking such big risk at all. I would be bounded by time, family, responsibilities, parents getting older. Money can be earned back, but your youth, your time cannot be earned back. By the way, just to make something clear, I used to think before that work and art is everything. If you spend your life devoting to art, you will become great and remembered, which is true, and lots of people did. But people forget that art is basically imitation of life, emotions and experiences. If you truly spend time living a life where you build meaningful connections with people, you will automatically become a better artist, I feel. At least, this is how I see it, because having those experiences can help you to express things better in your art, especially if you have any goal related to writing a story or making a short film. So let's talk about procrastination, because oh boy, I feel like this is one of the things I constantly struggle with. Something I've been trying to fix for probably years, but this time I am planning to put some effort to change it, because I feel like I saw the most amount of growth when I'm actually putting in the work rather than just procrastinating. So one of the things which I noticed was it hurts you more when you procrastinate the things which you really want to achieve. For example, procrastinating on things which are not so important to you doesn't hurt you as bad if you procrastinated on things which you deeply cared about, like for example building a portfolio piece versus making your bed every morning. There is also something which I want to talk about is remember, things eventually work out as long as you're putting in the efforts. Focus on the things which can be controlled by you and ignore everything else which is not in your control. When you try to control things which are not in your control, it causes anxiety but not disappointment. But when you don't control the things which were in your control, that causes anxiety and disappointment within yourself. Do not let fear of losing or not making it control you. I say it because I'm going to be in a similar spot, shifting countries, not because I got a job there. I actually don't. I'm still going there to do the same thing I am doing here, which is freelance. And remember the fact that I don't have any consistent work? It already sounds pretty scary when I sometimes sit and deeply think about it. But I can't let that fear control me. Sure, what's the worst which is going to happen? I stay there for a year and let's say I didn't have any work. I'll go broke and probably come back to my country, right? And if I did make it, I can keep surviving there while enjoying life with friends, socializing more with real people. It's a win-win situation and I want everyone to see their life in a similar way. Even if you lose it, it's still a win. Because you got to learn those experiences, and now that you already have failed and still has this mindset of keep going on, no one can destroy you because you have tasted defeat and you are still persistent at it. I want that mentality for myself and for every single one of you. We have to be a warrior in our heads. Remember, none of us are perfect. I say these things and we're probably gonna make bunch of mistakes, but I'm sure I will get back up and keep trying again. Because I don't want to see myself settle for less with the potential I feel like I have within me. I don't want to live with regret of not living up to them. If you enjoyed the video, then please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to support me, then head over to my Patreon where you will get the work files and all these designs I will be doing here and many more. Also, head over to my Gumroad for some cool free 3D modeling time lapses and files I've provided on this new year. So hopefully it helps you to grow as an artist. Thanks for being here and your support. It really means a lot to me. Later then, see ya.